All right. Shalom, shalom. I want to say call Halayim Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakah Quitash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who have taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that is scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You are the true chosen people of the book. All right, so let's get into some news today, man. All right, because as you may or may not know, all right, Ukraine just landed a major attack on Russia, man. All right, a major attack on Russia. All right, 4 different military bases. All right, destroying 40 different warplanes, man. All right, that's a major attack, man. All right, and then you got President Vladimir Putin. All right, which he's going to retaliate. They're already saying that he's getting ready to retaliate. All right, so we're watching it and what's about to see what's going to come up of this, man. All right, what's going to come of this, man. All right, so I'm here to report this to let you know what's going on, man, because the Lord is making things move, man. All right, the Lord is amping things up, man. All right, because pretty soon it's almost that time. All right, nuclear missiles are going to fly. All right, and all the nations of this world are going to be brought into a final conflict, which is Armageddon, the Third World War, which is going to be the war to end all wars. And Yahweh Shai is going to come during that time, man. All right, when these nuclear missiles are flying, man, Yahweh Shai is getting ready to crack that sky, man. We're living in that time, man. You understand? All right, so let's get into the news. Like I said, man, I got these articles here. All right, you got Ukraine drones, all right, strike bombers during major attack in Russia. All right, again, Ukraine just attacked 4 different military bases, man, destroying 40 different warplanes, man. And you got Vladimir Putin saying that he's gonna ready to retaliate, man. Ukraine is expecting overnight missiles, man. All right, and you got another article here. Ukraine's audacious drone attack sends critical message to Russia and the West. All right, so I also got this video here that I pulled off from online. All right, so let me play this video. All right, and yeah, we'll get into the scriptures and all that, man. All right.
What's being called the Russian Pearl Harbor, Ukraine has hit air bases as far east as Mongolia in a covert special operation that has decimated the Russian bombing fleet. It's already been reported that Ukraine did notify the Americans this attack was going to happen and the green light was given. Putin is having an emergency meeting right now with the Strategic Missile Command of Russia, and a heavy strike is expected within the next 48 hours.
In the next 48 hours, Vladimir Putin is expecting to retaliate, man, with heavy strikes, man. All right, because Ukraine destroyed 40 of their warplanes in 4 different military bases, man. All right, but let's keep this video going. All right.
Right now, the Russian delegation for the peace talks tomorrow in Turkey between Russia and Ukraine is in the air. Meaning, while a peace talk delegation was in the air, did Ukraine decide to attack?
Yeah, because no peace is coming. All right, peace talk negotiations. All right, were in the air. But the Lord said, "Nah, bro. I'ma amp things up." That's basically what the Lord. That is what the Lord is doing. He is amping things up, man. All right, the Lord is escalating things because it's the Lord that's doing all this. This is the Lord's will to bring World War III. All right, Zephaniah the 3rd chapter. I always quote it. Zephaniah 3 and 8. All right, the Lord said, "For my determination is to gather the nations and to assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them the fire of my jealousy," man. Talking about World War III and the Lord making it rain nuclear destruction on these nations, man. This is the will of the Lord. And this is what the true prophets and the true servants of the Lord have been prophesying, man. All right, we've been telling y'all, all right, that World War III is coming for years and years and years and years and years. All right, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. All right, I am one of the Lord's true chosen prophets, man. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Ratazah, man. All right, so let me play this video, man. All right, let's continue, man. All right, the Lord said that He's in the Proverbs 21. All right, the Lord is the king's heart is in the mind of the Lord. All right, Yahweh, man. It's the Lord that controls the minds of the kings of this earth, all the people's minds of this earth. You know, so peace talks were in the air. But the Lord said, "Nah, I'm gonna escalate things, man, cause no peace is coming, bro. No peace is coming. No peace is coming, bro. Only false prophets talk about peace, man. All right." All throughout the scriptures, the prophets spoke about death and war and destruction, evils and pestilences, man. Never spoke about peace, man. And that's how it is today. There's nothing new under the sun, man. All right, because the ancient prophets are back here today prophesying, man. All right. So no peace. It don't matter, like the scriptures say. All right. When they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh. All right. Let's wind this a little bit back.
In the air, did Ukraine decide to attack? Sending a clear message to Putin that the Ukrainians have no intent for peace, because launching a covert operation near the Mongolian border.
Yeah, because again, no peace is coming. No peace. Matter of fact, I already got it right here. All right, let me. Proverbs 21:1. All right, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh. All right, the king's heart meaning your mind. The king's mind is in the hand of Yahweh. All right, it's not Zelensky, the king of Ukraine. So that's why they launched that major attack, man, on the 4 different military Russian military bases, destroying 40 Russian warplanes, man. Because the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. Yeah, the Lord controls your mind. All right, as the rivers of water, He turneth it whithersoever He will. Yeah, so the Lord makes you do whatever He wants you to do. All right, He turneth what? Your mind. He makes your mind think what it wants it to think. All right, He makes you do what He wants you to do, man. The Lord. All right, what He wants it to do. Excuse me. All right, the Lord makes you do what He wants you to do, man. There's no such thing as free will. All right, it says it right here. He turneth it whithersoever He will. All right. You understand? It's the Lord's will to turn your mind however He wants it, bruh. All right? In any direction, man. He makes you think your thoughts. All right? All of that, man. All right? So, let's go back to this video.
Shows you are not ready for peace. Instead, the Ukrainians are playing the long game, trying to cripple the Russians' air force capability. Right now, air raid alerts are in eastern Ukraine from many regions, including the capital of Kiev, as they are expecting a Russian strike either tonight or tomorrow night after the peace talks. Because Ukraine took out the strategic bombers, missiles will be used to hit Ukraine, leading to even more damage.
All right. So, yeah. All right. And I pulled that offline. See, social media is a better news outlet, all right, than these mainstream news outlets you see on TV, man. All right. That's why they want to get rid of the internet as well, too. All right, because these major news outlets ain't reporting on what's supposed to be reported on, man. All right, and they're not, because then you would know what time we're living in, man. All right, but also I got this article here. Ukraine drones strike bombers during major attack in Russia. All right, what this man was just talking about, that video we was just watching. All right, this is 5 hours ago, man. All right, this is today, man. The Lord is amping things up, man. All right, so it says Ukraine says, let's read it right here. It says Ukraine says it completed its biggest long-range attack of the war with Russia. All right, on Sunday today, after using smuggled drones to launch a series of major strikes on 40 Russian warplanes at 4 military bases. Woo! All right, it says President Vladimir Zelensky said 117 drones were used in the so-called Spider's Web operation by the SBU security service, striking 34% of Russia's strategic cruise missile carriers. All right, SBU sources earlier told BBC News it took a year and a half to organize the strikes. all right, which involved drones hidden in wooden mobile cabins with remotely operated roofs on trucks, brought near the airbase and then fired at the right time. Russia confirmed Ukrainian attacks in 5 regions, calling them a terrorist attack. All right. Meanwhile, Ukrainian authorities reported a massive overnight drone and missile attack on its territory. All right. It says all this comes as Russian and Ukrainian negotiators are heading to Istanbul, Turkey, for a second round of peace talks on Monday. Yeah, tomorrow. All right. So while they were getting ready to go, all right, Russia and Ukraine, all right, Russia and Ukrainian negotiators were to head to Turkey tomorrow. All right. Look what just happened, man. For peace talks, they were supposed to head to Turkey tomorrow for peace talks, man. But look what just happened. Because no peace is coming. The prophets of the Lord been telling you that there's no peace coming, bro. War is coming, bro. All right? These false prophets will tell you that peace. Oh, everything's all right. Nothing bad is going to happen. All right? No, you bet your bottom dollar, all right? What's getting ready to pop off is going to shake the earth, literally, man. These nuclear missiles that are going to hit, I talked about it today at camp, man. These nuclear missiles that are going to hit this earth are literally going to shake the earth, man. It's going to make the earth rock to and fro like a drunkard, like the scriptures say, Isaiah 24. All right? It says expectations are low, yeah. All right? That's the Lord that's working this magic, man. All right? As the two warring sides remain far apart on how to end the war. All right, Russian President Vladimir Putin launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine February 2002, so it's been 3 years. All right. Moscow currently controls about 20% of Ukrainian territory, including the southern Crimea Peninsula annexed in 2014. All right. In several posts on social media late Sunday, Zelensky said he congratulated the SBU, all right, head Vasil Malayak, or however you pronounce that, all right, with the absolutely brilliant result of the operation, all right. He said that each of the 117 drones launched had its own pilot, all right. It says the most interesting thing, and we can already say this publicly, is that the office of our operation on Russian territory was located right next to the FSB of Russia in one of their regions, the Ukrainian president said. All right, the FSB is Russia's powerful state security service. All right. So yeah, you see what's going on, man. All right. Let's see what we talking. It says right here in a post on social media later on Sunday, the Russian Defense Ministry confirmed that air bases in the country's 5 regions were attacked. All right. It says it claimed that all attacks were repelled on military air bases in Ivanovo, all right, Ryazan, and Emir regions. All right. The latter base was not mentioned by the SBU sources. All right. In the Murmansk and Irkutsk regions, several aircraft caught fire after drones were launched from nearby areas, the ministry said. All right. It says it said all the blazes were extinguished and there were no casualties. Some of the participants in the terrorist attack have been detained, it added. All right. Meanwhile, the Ukrainian authorities says 472 drones and 7 ballistic and cruise missiles were involved in a wave of attacks on Ukraine last night. All right, this would appear to be one of the largest single Russian drone attacks so far. All right, Ukraine says it neutralized 385 aerial attacks. All right, things are being amped up. The Lord is doing all this, man, to fulfill his will, to fulfill his word, man, which is World War III, the war of Armageddon, which is going to be the war to end all wars. All right. Because after that, Yahweh Shai, all right, is going to raise up the elect of the nation of Israel, you Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, to be kings and gods and rulers of this planet Earth and drop us in the Holy Land. And once the Israelites, the true Israelites, return to the Holy Land, all right, there's not going to be no more wars on earth. That's Isaiah the 2nd chapter. So that's how we know those people over there in the land right now are not the real ones. Because when the real ones return back to the Holy Land, all right, there's not going to be no more wars on earth, man. And they're literally at war right now. All right. The nation of Israel, man. All right. So let's get this video right here, all right? Because now President Vladimir Putin, they're going to retaliate, man. So things is all right. It says Ukraine braces for a ballistic night strike after launching biggest attack on Russia, which was the 4 military bases. All right, destroying 40 warplanes, man. All right. Russia poised to unleash deadly Orishnik tonight. All right, so we about to see what's going to happen. We're watching, man. We're gonna see what's gonna come of this, man. All right. Night strike. All right. This after 40 plus Russian warplanes obliterated by Ukraine's drones. Yeah. All right. Wow, look at that. 144. Psst. It says Russia's A-50 Tu-95, all right, Tu-22M3 bombers hit. All right. Let's see. Russia is reportedly preparing to unleash its deadly Orishnik missiles in a nighttime assault. Orishnik is a nuclear-capable weapon that had not been previously mentioned in public. Woo! All right, so I'm here to report to you. All right, what's going on, man? All right, watching, bro. All right, so so y'all stay in the know. What's going on, man. So you see what times we living in, man. The Lord is amping things up. All right, so Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Letting you, just bringing this news to you, man. All right, so I want to say, call Halayim Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakal, Quitash. All right, so on to the next one. Shalom, shalom.